What is going on, everybody? True potential. She is good. Hello, by the way. How are you, man? Slight, Yo Vega. I think Gamora is pretty good now for general usage. Good damage. Absolutely agree. Zach, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? True potential with Mr. Fury. Mr. Fury. That's how much I respect Nick Fury. He's Mr. Fury. Mr. Fantastic alone, she is pretty good. Dude, I gotta say, I think you're right. I saw B McG's video. In fact, it is linked in the description of this video, this live stream you're watching. And we will get it. Well, I'll ask someone to link it maybe in the chat here too. But if you're interested in seeing like a really full review theory on why she may be excellent in upcoming war, especially with the, I think it's called Mystic Dispersion, MISS. Tech dispersion. There's gonna be some mechanics going on. B McG did a really great video. I have watched it, so I feel like I'm now pretty much an expert. I'm kidding, obviously, but I did play her some last night in preparation for this live stream, and I was beyond impressed. I was beyond impressed to the fact of what's up, Savvy? Where I'm intentionally keeping her at rank 1 for this live stream. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking her to rank 2, if not rank 3, at some point in the future. But for this live stream, at least for the beginning of it, I wanted her to be at rank 1 so that she didn't look too outrageous. Her heavy reach also helps her stun. I mean, true potential. I mean, you guys, obviously you have all played her because you are going through exactly what I went through last night. And I spent like maybe 30 minutes just kind of fumbling around, playing her, checking stuff out, and making sure I had a basic understanding of her. I also have to say, one of the things I'm really enjoying about her, let's go ahead and bring this up, is that it didn't take me 30 minutes to try to read through her kit. And I get it. Like, the longer this game goes, the more complex things almost need to be out of necessity to keep them novel and unique for us. But I really just enjoyed that it was like, here, you can do mediums and you can do lights. They're going to cause you to gain buffs. These buffs will stay on for a certain amount of time. The SP2, I think, has the armor break. The SP1 has this bleed. And then the SP3's got a really nice true strike. And then it's got this shock debuff. And it's like, and that's it. There you go. Have fun. Enjoy this. So I really am excited about her. I really do actually like her. I'm excited to test this out. We'll go ahead and jump into it. And then the other thing that got me interested in her buff, and I want to show this to you quickly, is, and I don't know why I did this. This is one of those ones where you look back and you're like, why did I do that? But I remember this deal. You guys probably do this deal like way back, and it came with this rank up gem and a crystal of sorts. I personally don't want to rank up Thor Ragnarok, but like Star-Lord, Thor, Angela's very good, but I already had her at rank 2 at the time. And so I've just been waiting for someone else. I guess I could potentially use it on Hela, but as of right now, I'm not enjoying her play style. I already have Hulk Ragnarok at rank 2, I believe, if not a max at 5-star. I don't remember which one of those ones I have. So I think this has Gamora's name all over it. I think this has Gamora's name written all over it. Hey, dog. How you doing, my friend? Zillion, what's up, buddy? It does feel like it's been a long time since I've seen you on stream. Really glad you could make it, dude. Really, really glad you could make it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, you know what? We'll do this first. We'll do a quick, just kind of like beat up Deadpool. And then we're going to jump into the event quest because I need to get it done anyway. I purposely saved some of the cosmic lanes for this, and we can get it going. Now, I am aware. Apparently I'm not aware that my cords are all, these cords are, I think one of my kids came in and messed around with all these cords. They're like, how am I going to do this now? Hold on a second. What the heck is this? I'm like trapped. Huh. I'm sure that made for riveting live stream. All right, so here we go. This is going to get really annoying though. Guess I need to get a wireless headset at some point. Okay, so Gamora, if anyone knows, back to where I was trying to go. Does anyone know why there's all this about ending your combos in light with her? I felt like one of the things I kind of wanted to do in playing her was look at my buffs and try to keep them balanced. But I'm aware that it's Suida who is saying, or I've been told that it's Suida who's saying you want to end in light. I'll admit I don't fully understand what the reasoning for that is. If it's like a blanket rule, as in like you must always end in light. If anyone, just to get more Furies, so the Furies being more important than the crits, I assume. You can build Furies faster, you get more damage earlier in the fight. Okay. Furies are more valuable. So it is a blanket rule. It's not a keep an eye on your buffs and try to balance them out. That'd be good to know, because that's what I was doing last night, was I was trying to balance them out. OG Highline, what is up, my friend? I have to say, dude, I really like the red hat. I am actually in the process of getting some hats made. I don't know if we're going to sell hats. Because I think they're not going to be cheap, and I'm not really, honestly, I don't know how many people are going to buy them. But I might work with Mr. Building, see if people can buy them if they really want to, type of a thing. But I think I might make them red. I really like red. I like red a lot, actually. It's a great color. If you end in light, you get more fury. If you do medium, it just stacks the cruelty. Okay, so it seems like we want to stack fury over cruelty as much as possible. All right, let's try that out. Zach, you'd get a hat? I mean, I like the hat, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'll put that in the members chat too. I'll talk with you guys, because right now I'm thinking either black, like a navy blue, or red. And then Mr. Building's helping me get some patches made and stuff like that too. Real time. What the heck is it? Yeah, dude, something's gone on here. I don't know what it is. My kids I'm worried they're gonna come in and I don't know, something bad will happen, but it'll be funny. It'll be hilarious to see it live. And I think DLL has joined us on call. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, I guess I was a little early on that. All right. Well, anyways, as you can see, so here, I'll try ending in light. Let's see how that goes. And then you could just refresh with this heavy, which has got honestly, it's a great reach on it now. See, this feels like an imbalance, but I'm going to trust you guys. And I'm going to trust Sweeta. He has a long history of being very good at this game. Let's go ahead and throw the SP2. I'll refresh these. I mean, that is a massive SP2 this is a rank 1. I don't know if I made that clear. All right. Now, I forgot to get him to throw a special. Oh, no. I got so interested in that. Yep. So that's obviously not good. She has no power control, but I don't think anyone really was hoping that she'd have that. OG Highline again. What's up? Oh, K-Dog. Were you guys on another stream earlier?
Yeah, they were both on mine.
Oh, right on. Once you hit...
I can hear myself.
Oh, okay. You sound fine on my end. Once you hit the Fury buff cap, then you can start medium like... Oh, okay. Overcast, thank you. What's up, Meta? How you doing, man? Hobbit. Dude, Hobbit, despite what you just saw, with me talking and whatever, I actually think she's really good. I'm excited to dive into this. Keep in mind, this is a rank 1. I think she's really good. In fact, one of the things that's caused me to do this stream today is the rankings video will be coming on Saturday. Myself and the rankings team were talking through her buff quite a bit, and everyone likes it to some degree. Kind of, I think, to the essence of your question is, but how good? And so I wanted to test this out. BMcG's got a great video out on her. I've really enjoyed that, and that is linked in the description of the stream and video. Okay, I feel like we're getting better cruelty RNG there too. We talked about the reach on the heavy to refresh these things, so you can really get them stacked. I guess maybe that's something for me to start looking into is, do you want to take every opportunity you have to refresh these buffs?
Seems easier to maintain them.
Yeah.
But she's probably closer to that than Reed.
I'm also running, I think, every possible synergy to extend them. So it might be one of those things where, it's very fight dependent, and if you're running these synergies.
Yeah.
I mean, that slaps. That's a rank 1. I don't know how you can't be impressed by that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's just fighting Deadpool, though, guys. Like we're just getting started in this, so that's not top shelf. Here we go. All right, best champion in the game. Not saying that. It's smooth. It's easy to play. The flow is incredible. The heavy is important. The reach on it is good. I'm going to actually go to the SP3 on this one. Obviously, we're not worried about auto block or
Evade.
Evade, thank you. But getting those resistances down, let's just see it. And then there's a nice shock off of it. K-Dog, you see the hat with the silver stars? That would be a nice... Oh, dude. That might be a nice touch. I kind of like that, actually. What's the max on the buff? I believe it's 25. I don't know if you caught that, but people were saying the Furies are just so much more important to her. That's the reason for ending combos in a light. That's like a general rule, because I was actually trying to keep them balanced.
That makes sense, but I would also venture to say that the calculus on that may change as you rank her. Because I think a lot of testing has been done with her at rank 1, where she's not going to crit as often. And so taking her to rank 3 and having her crit rate go up relative to the defender's challenge rating might mean that you start caring about those cruelties more.
That's making a lot of sense too. And you know what you're talking about. This is tough. And Sweeta's not really here to explain. Because apparently a lot of this is coming from Sweeta.
The Furies may still be more important.
I'm also kind of liking this rotation as your SIG goes up. Because you guys can see I have a 660 and we're getting pretty close. Let's see if this finishes him. Yeah. That's a 330k health Venom the Duck. That's not a little boy.
That's a war-size health pool.
I mean, that's even bigger,
that you
right?
took down in 1 minute and 40 with a rank 1.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't take a rank 1 into war, but...
No, and we're just sitting here talking. And I was thinking about, do I want to put silver stars on a hat? Let's jump into the EQ. Maybe I should, and we'll talk about the synergies that we brought in, just so everyone can see them. A lot of folks are probably aware of them. Let's catch up on chat for a second here. Cesar, what's up, man? Buenos dias. Campo, no power control. When is the 5th book? I know, Jesus. No power control. She doesn't even heal. Why would we even use this champion? Justin, my R1 gem. My R1 Gam with Odin. I like Gam. With Odin was hitting harder than R2 Angela with Odin. Dude, how far into the quest were you, though, right? Because Angela, I think, is the one that builds up. And Angela can slap, man. I like my Angela. But I hear you. On this. I think she gets buffed twice next month. Oh, good. Okay. Cool. That'll fix it. Is Meta here? I see someone Hobbit's talking to Meta, so Meta must be here. What's up, dude? See, those numbers are pretty nutty for rank 1. Yeah, Hobbit, and then think about it, man. When she gets to 8 buffs, she can't miss. And I don't think that is like matchup dependent, class dependent. It is just she flat out can't. I guess we should go over her kit very quickly here. Which to me is a big deal. I don't think like I'm some sort of like future teller here by saying it appears as though Kabam is putting Miss more and more into the game. Who's on call? Oh, this is DLL. He's frequently on calls with me. DL, why don't we link your channel and put that, pin that in the chat for folks.
Sure, thanks.
And then I've put B McGee's video in the description. DL runs an amazing channel. I've known him for, I think it's like 5 years. It's a very long time. And it's one of the channels I watch to get better at this game. So I could not recommend checking out his channel more. All right, so we got the light attacks and the medium attacks. We've kind of been over that a little bit so far in this stream. Always active. Her personal buffs gain 1.5% duration for every 1 second they have passed during the fight. So on top of these synergies we're running, these buffs are increasing duration anyways as the fight goes on. if she has 8 or more personal buffs active. So personal. So the way I'm reading that means like Odin, those buffs will not count for this. But once you get to 8, and you saw how quickly we're getting to 8, her attacks just flat out can't miss. Like, that doesn't mean you have to shrug a falter. That doesn't mean, like, when she goes against Mystic Champions, she can't miss. I don't think there's any Mystic Champions like that yet, I don't think. But you guys get my point. Like, I love abilities like this. It feels very similar to Professor X's, where, like, you're just kind of playing him, and eventually he can't miss. I realize he's got those issues with tech, but you guys get my point. Heavies, refreshing them. That's important, because you lose those buffs, you got problems. Godslayer, 6% chance to activate during each special attack. The Awakened ability makes that 100%, though. So then we went over the special one briefly. This is a 100% chance to crit. That applies a bleed, so I guess if you need a damage over time, it's only for 5 seconds, though. So I'm not sure why you're using the SP1, unless you're just like Ghost, where you're just trying to end the fight. DLL, do you have a theory on why you're using the SP1 for something?
Not yet.
Okay.
I see Toffray's in the chat now, too, though, and he's been playing quite a bit of her lately.
Oh, and speaking of people who are good at this game. All right, so DLL's channel is now pinned. Guys, honestly, I could not recommend more checking that out. There's a reason he's on the rankings team.
Info made a really good point earlier about the cruelty versus fury, too.
Well, I didn't see it.
Which was that fury is linear.
Okay.
And so, like, will keep going up, whereas cruelty will be subject to diminishing returns. So even if I'm right, and as she's ranked, the cruelties become more important, there's still probably a point where it's like, keep them balanced until, I don't know, 8. I'll pull that number out of the air. And after that, the furies are still way more important.
Okay, that does make a lot of sense. Again, there's a reason Campo's on the rankings team. These are smart people. I'm going with Goose. I don't think it is Goose though. Goose draws. I have not tested that out, man. But I don't think the Mega Sentinel is supposed to be blocking unblockable attacks, but it feels like she is.
People keep asking that, but she definitely is.
I don't see why. There's nothing in her kit that's making me. I don't know. I gotta ask.
It's just the block break thing.
Okay, this is just a function of me just having a lot of things going on. I see that, and then I forget to ask in the CCP server. I'll try to remember after this stream to ask what is going on there. Infamous, hey Vega, definitely enjoying Gamora more than I used to. Just dropping by before heading out. Thank you very much. Enjoy that hike, my friend. More miscarrying why they got to keep nerfing my Taskmaster. Well, Taskmaster, All right, let's not get into that. All right, so then the SB2 is still 100% chance to crit. Nice beefy armor break. If you use the Godslayer, the duration during the attack. Wait, armor break debuffs during the attack gain 50%. So it's an increased potency on the armor break, increased duration on it, and why would you want 150% ability accuracy? Like in case there's a defender.
So it always applies the armor break because it's only 80%.
That wouldn't get around like, oh, I see it. Thank you. Okay.
It would get around Domino though, because it takes you to 120.
But that doesn't get around like glancing.
No, I don't believe so.
Special 3. This is the True Strike I was talking about. I believe DL and Campo are two of the ones that frequently are reminding me that it's not just auto block and evade, it's also armor and resistances that you're getting around. And then you saw
seems to be
shock.
making that matter more.
Yeah. Who? Cam?
Kabam.
Yeah, I mean, I think these are things that they're diving into, right? If the opponent's a robot instead of deflected degen, that's pretty cool. That deals double damage. I had not noticed that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into... and then her Awakened ability, guys. This is making the God Slayer, I think it's 100% chance, right? Yeah. And then the cooldown starts to decrease. As you saw, like the SB3 to SB2, for the most part, I had to wait a little bit, but I had the SB2 ready to go when I needed it, which I thought was nice. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? Also important, the first can get more potent with Odin, cruelties don't. Okay, so Topper's saying if you're running her with Odin, which makes sense, I can see why people would do that.
Yeah. I still wish that Odin's aptitude did improve cruelties, but they clearly put that limit in just to be like, no, you're not going to use him with Corvus and Ghost.
Well, wasn't that the big concern when he came out, I feel like that was the topic of the moment was Ghost was gonna like destroy everything even more.
Well, it was that, but it was also that with multiple Odins, you could put like 9 or 12 buffs on Ghost and then use the Ant-Man synergy, and she'd get like absurd attack levels.
There's kind of a part of me that wishes they had kept that in. Just more chaos.
It was a significant setup cost, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think that ultimately it was definitely the right call, because you know how sometimes in war, everybody has an extra spot, and so you'll end up with like 5 Magneto House of X's because everybody's like, I'll take the extra attack.
Yeah.
Imagine if then you have 5 Odins, and they make sure to bring in different rarities, and then at Mixmaster or something, everybody drops off their Odin pre-fights, and now Panda Man Pete's Ghost has 12 buffs for the rest of the match.
Well, if it's Panda Man Pete's, I'm fine with it. He's in my alliance. No, I get your point. Yeah.
Sorry, I meant Campo's Ghost against your defenders specifically.
Then that's not okay. Then that's not that must be stopped now. I wanted to show everyone the synergies that we're using, just so you guys can see it. Right. Again, remember, especially for folks who just tuned in, this is a rank 1. This is a rank 1 Gamora that we'll be using. I may take her to rank 2. Let's just see how this goes. But we've got the synergy here with Mr. Fantastic. It's been pointed out early in the stream. This one feels like a really nice one. Like just alone, we could probably just run this and be really comfortable. Obviously, Mr. Fantastic is an amazing champion. This is increasing the potency of both the Fury and the Cruelty. Then we've got the synergy here with Silver Centurion, who I think is awesome. I think most of us do. But the buffs are gaining 20% duration. I have a question though. Do all of these stack? Because we're going to have quite a few. They do. Okay. So that's your 20% duration. Plus you're starting the fight with them, which is we talked about, especially if you're trying to get to those 8 for the miss counter. I think getting 2 right away. That's a pretty big deal. What's that? That's 25%, I think. Then we're on to Mr. Fantastic himself. That's just his synergy with himself. Okay. Cap Infinity War. This doesn't help Gamora. Just some health. I think we've got 2 more that help Gamora. Then this is the increased buff duration by 25% with Gamora and Cap Infinity War. Cap Infinity War is obviously another champion that people are very happy to use in questing. So I feel like this team is very realistic. Like there's not a single champion in here who's not well worth ranking.
Right. And it covers 3 classes.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then, I mean, if you were really just trying to, I don't know, maximize that, like what DL is saying, is you could swap in, and maybe we'll do that actually, because I don't know what this quest has in store for us. Let's do that. But so right here with War Machine, again, more buff duration, and then the crit rating. But let's say we really wanted a skill champion. Oops, come on, work. Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, you can run Falcon, you can run Hawkeye, you can run Massacre for the other Mr. Fantastic synergy, which would allow her to pause one of each of her buffs every time, which would allow the True Strike to be a lot longer.
Ooh, I wonder if that's the one we should run.
You could bring Guillotine for Mystics. Like, there's so much here.
Let's do this one just for fun, but that Massacre one sounds like a great shout. And then this doesn't even have the Nebula, Nebula one, which allows Gamora to start shutting down robot ability accuracy, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just look at that quickly. I believe it is on. Yeah, it is on Gamora. So robots suffer minus 10% ability accuracy and 2% attack rating for each personal buff on Gamora. As you saw, it's not that hard to get that to 10. So you're just shutting off the ability accuracy of robots. I realize you already have Gamora, so you're like, well, why wouldn't I just use Gamora? I'm trying to think of the scenario why you wouldn't just use Gamora. Or I'm sorry, Nebula.
Well, for one thing, it also reduces attack rating.
Yeah, that's true. And the first hit of each fight is guaranteed critical hit. Huh, that's interesting. I'm curious on that one. I'm sure there'll be reasons. I feel like someone even covered that in their video. I just don't remember who. PWF, what's up, dude? Poor Peter, he never gets to play with Ghost Junior. Somehow he's banned. Being in Pete's BG this last season, it was like, oh, Pete, hey, yeah, there's war. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep, she's still banned.
Yeah, still not. Okay, this lane looks just, I'm looking at it, this looks brutal. So let's go ahead and do it. Well, I mean, because like every time we crit Kitty, she's going to get prowess, right?
Mm.
And then we've got 2 evaders. I'm pretty sure I don't make it 20 seconds in this fight. But let's see.
Oh, Toffrey points out Magneto giving her extra ability accuracy because she's metal is actually a really big deal too. So there's your mutant. Like, yeah, there's so many teams.
Okay, why would we want increased ability accuracy though? This was something that was kind of like even on the SP2 with the Godslayer strike with the 100 plus 150%.
Mm-hmm. Well, the big thing for ability accuracy as a global modifier is that the Furies and Cruelties only have a 65% chance to stick.
So it will increase that?
Right.
Holy smokes. That's, okay, if this quest starts to go poorly, we'll back out and we'll bring that in, because I could see that being really nice.
I might have to pull her out of the Nexus because now I'm thinking that like
I like
Gamora,
this.
House of X, Mr. Fantastic sounds like an actual war team.
It sounds like a good war team, especially with the next tactic coming up, and B McG covers that pretty well in his video.
Right.
So each time a cosmic tactical lands an attack, they have a chance for each armor break on the defender to gain indefinite passive. Every 3 seconds, the defender gains permanent armor up. Rich get richer. Okay, but there's no natural armor break on here, so we would have to use our SP2s to get the armor break.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't really benefiting her. I mean, it is, but it's not like this massive.
Right.
She may struggle a bit here. Let's see how this goes. Okay. I mean, I don't really see another way to do this. I've got to play into Kitty here.
Yeah, you're going to end up needing to block for sure. You may have to go for the heavy counters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Was it my time?
I was just about to say, I'm not sure if there's time, because Kitty's just quick. I mean, clearly you were slow, but the question is, like, were you slow relative to Kitty, or could you have been faster?
Or do I just wait for the full duration of the heavy? For those who are, I think everyone saw it, but I was trying to go in the middle of Kitty's heavy to refresh.
Kitty has a one-hit heavy, though.
There's not like a follow-through? I thought there was. No?
Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
If I had to bet, I'd say I'm wrong. But let's try it again and see what happens. This is just not a good matchup for Gamora, though. Please don't come out of this being like, "Oh, Gamora sucks." This just like
this is a stretch.
Yeah, in all honesty, if I wasn't just trying to test this with Gamora, we would just use Solar Centurion, and that might be what we do. It's just one hit. MSD saying one hit. Yeah, it's one hit.
Okay.
Kitty's just a sidekick. No one ever calls her just a sidekick, meta. She is the main star.
I think
of the show.
He's describing her heavy.
I know.
That's funny.
She is Batman. She's not Robin. All right, here we go. Let's try this one more time. I expect this to go poorly. You're assigning me again. This is my rank 1 Gam Gam versus all kitties. Oh yeah, you guys are right. Look at that. Apparently, MSD and DLL play this game enough where they know what they're talking about. These two guys, I tell you what. All right, so now we played the bait game, but I'm going to lose all my buffs. I think it's worth it to stun her and try to keep some.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
She didn't phase.
Oh, by the way, Captain BT, if you're still here, I grabbed some lemon tzatziki chicken.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is just not a good matchup. There's no point in continuing that.
Good news is you have Silver Centurion on the team.
Yeah.
You could drop Kitty that way and then take the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to trivialize it, but just to like highlight the strength of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I had done enough prep work that I had set this up intentionally, and I didn't. But absolutely. With DL says this is a stretch. Yeah, that was a clue that this might not go well.
I think he was also going for the Mr. Fantastic pun, which I clearly just make those in my sleep. I never intend them, but they happen all the time. Okay, so it is possible to heavy counter. Nope. That's inconsistent. Yeah. Yeah, because I just went and dueled, and if you try and heavy counter her, like, sometimes you're close enough, sometimes you're not, so you have to be hyper vigilant for where you are in the combo, and Kitty's recovery is too fast for you to throw a light to close the distance. So that's one where, if I had to take Kitty with Gamora, I would back up to the wall and use that for the heavy counter.
The wall banking?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why Kitty went red.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I think this just shows the strength of the team. Regardless, I don't know. 5-star Null or 6-star Void? Is the Void?
I would still take Void.
Awakened, and I'd probably go Void either way, anyways. Void's really good. I know we're not seeing him a lot. I understand that, like on YouTube. No, but he's still amazing. What's up, Too Extreme?
Like, you will get Null later.
Yeah.
And hopefully you get a 6-star, but like, yeah. 6-star Void is one of the biggest gaps in my personal roster.
Oh, the rich get richer. That's why Kitty got the power.
That's right.
Okay, so right here, this would be a nice fight to have that White Mags pre-fight, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. So, Slayer, if this was a brand new champ release with the exact abilities, people would be going crazy with hard shields. The whole third buff. Yeah, I agree. If she came out, I agree. As someone in the CCP who sometimes covers the new champions, I think I would be like, dude, you guys got to see this. I think that definitely would be happening.
But it feels well balanced. Like, it takes some real effort and maintenance to get her going. She doesn't just automatically have the miss bypass, the evade bypass at all times. She needs a synergy to do the crazy robot shutdown thing. She has a bleed, which is probably how you would use her in Battlegrounds if you needed to, but it's not insane. She has a long armor break, but it's on the special too. So it's like, yeah, I feel like she's well built. Yeah, I understand that you already have Void as a 5-star Valentine, but I still think by far the better long-term investment is picking him up as a 6-star. Void is a slow play champion. Giving him adrenaline is really good.
I knew Hitmonkey was going to destroy me. I actually got nervous there. That's not Gamora's fault, though. That's not Gamora's fault at all.
Crit Monkey.
Yeah. Shoot, she can do that. I wanna do this lane again, guys.
Maybe bring House of X then.
Yeah, because it was the trying to get his shrug off that started me going down the wrong path there. Who do we want to remove?
Let's see, not Silver Sen. So Falcon probably.
Yeah, because I just wanted to show these fights. Like, this is my actual personal account, but if we don't get any EQ done, that's fine. I'm not really worried about that. Yeah.
You have to be kidding, Valentine.
Just Awakened Void?
Dude, that's insane.
Did Valentine just Awaken Void? Is that who?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Yeah.
Wow.
Picked him over Null out of the Nexus and awakened him out of another one.
All right, let's try to get through this.
Highline says, so you'd rank 3 Void if you had him, have him, but kind of feel as if he's fallen off. I mean, Void is not as irreplaceable as he once was. I think that's an important thing. There are far more Incinerate immunes. There are far more champions with heal reversal, with ability power rate reversal. There are more champions who can do damage without landing a ton of hits. But he's still Void, and he has all of that. Like, I would take Reed to rank 3 over him. I'm more comfortable with Reed. I prefer his method of handling those things. But I absolutely want a Void, too. And as Tafre said, like, come on, I'm a Killmonger player. I need a Void.
Been getting a lot of questions lately from people asking me about ranking Silver Centurion not awakened. And it always hurts me to tell them, like, look, I personally wouldn't, but he obviously can do things without it. Like, so much of it's just where your account's at and what you need and where you're. But I think like a fight like this just shows how much opens up to you with his awakened ability.
Right. Like, I haven't taken him up either, but I also have, like, Guardian at rank 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But wait, Kitty is actually immune to the Incinerate, right?
Right,
it's not
if
a
you already
resistance.
have the shock up, then trying to incinerate her applies the plasma anyway.
But if Silver Centurion was not awakened, that wouldn't happen.
I think that still works.
Does
It's just
it?
that the plasma would also be an active buff, or active debuff.
Okay. Alright. I still think I would wait for the awakened ability. But if you need someone like him, or like a slow or whatever, I know his slow is not the best, but it works.
I really wish that his slow also became passive and had its duration increased by 25%. It's sick.
That would be cool.
Like, come on.
Come on, kabam.
It's already one of the shorter slows in the game.
Off the heavy?
Yeah. And his heavy reach is awful relative to, like, Spider-Gwen or She-Hulk.
I know these are going to fall off, guys, but I do not want to send Hitmonkey to his SB2. And he's doing that little dance thing he likes to do right before he kills me. I've picked up. I don't pick up on a lot, but I've picked up on what he does right before he kills me. He does squats like that. See how he's doing squats? He's working on his thighs.
Yeah, you don't get to be Crit Monkey if you skip leg day.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. Look at this. He's just like, I'm not going to throw it, dude. Oh, there he goes.
Ambo says Void was my ticket into Top Race Alliance all those years ago. That's super cool.
It is. He actually covers it in his... Oh, shoot, I shouldn't talk too much because I'll forget. But I heard that in a recent video, and it was really cool to hear. All right, here we go, monkey.
Yes, like, he has to stay in shape. Do you know how hard it is to find a tailor for a monkey? That's the only suit he's got.
Yeah, you can't just stop into any town and get a suit when you're a monkey.
Oh, can you get this let out? No, you're a monkey.
I think this joke has legs. Darn it, I didn't...
Worst SNL skit.
Yeah. Look, there's the reach on the heavy. I knew that I might die doing that, but there was the reach on the heavy.
Yeah, I like heavies that have decent reach immediately and then really good reach on later hits. Like Hyperion's is like that. It's kind of a hybrid where it's like you're not going to be doing crazy stuff like, say, Tigra or Cable, but you can definitely land some important stuff if you understand the timing. Yeah, she's looking good.
Yeah, so I want to make this clear. The whole time I'm doing this fight, I'm like, I think you guys, I want to make this clear. She's just a rank 1, guys. And there are some extra things about this fight that are adding complications. Like, the risk gets richer. It actually worked against me at a point. I didn't manage it well.
And the rank 1, like, not only would your damage be higher, but I just want to reiterate, that has a huge effect on block damage. Like, rank 1s feel a lot squishier if you're not landing every single parry, and sometimes even if you are.
Yeah, I think I missed at least 2 in there, and I saw large chunks of life go off my health bar.
Yeah, true potential. It's me. Amen.
I think we might rank 2 her and come back and do this lane.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's a mistake. She looks good.
Hey, Blaze. I only took Campo in because I was going to make him take 6-7 constantly as the Supreme Leader. Any first impressions on Scorpion and how he could fit into the meta? That's probably more a fight for Vega when he's done with this fight, or question. Never mind. I jinxed that.
No, my health bar was so low, I kind of knew what I was... I was intentionally taking a real risk there just to see if the heavy would counter that. I think you're still going to have problems with champions where their special causes them to jump back afterwards. Like, we kind of saw it there. I'm open to the idea that was timing, that with better timing, she could punish his SP1 with the heavy, but I don't think so. I want to do this lane again, guys. There is a Professor X there at the end too. I want to take her to rank 2. I am impressed enough with this. I want to take her to rank 2 and then do this over. And there's enough in this lane to test her kit. Embargo soon. I'm blessed. Is this on Scorpion? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Embla is the name he was responding to, by the way.
Oh, got it. I didn't see that.
I don't think that was intended as a shot at Scorpion.
I don't know how
from the outside, he looks like he is going to have a place in the meta because of his immunities, if nothing else.
You know what? I really like what you did there. Yeah. Reading his abilities, I think this guy may really be good. I watched Dorky Dave's Champion Showcase or whatever it's called. I came away really impressed with Scorpion and feel that there might be a real possibility he's a quality add to people's accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. That was helpful. I like that. All right. So, yeah, I'm impressed enough. I think we got to take her to at least rank 2. I don't want to overdo this and just rush her to rank 3, but I'm pretty excited about her and using her on this quest. I think this is really going to show, or at least give the ability to show a lot of her utility and how good the team that helps her out. That synergy team is really good, and there's a lot of flexibility. Like, we actually can't fit in all the champions that would be helpful to her. So I'm pretty pumped up about this.
Yeah, so Two Extremes asking, like, would you say Gamora's new buff kind of makes her the new and improved Black Bolt? And MP's pointing out that, like, Gamora has this new utility, which is maybe what Extreme meant by, like, Black Bolt with utility. But Black Bolt was so simple, and that he basically has Cruelty and Fury.
Yeah.
And Stop, that, like, I don't think that I would think about it this way, because I hope that when Black Bolt eventually gets buffed, he gets something else. But I think it's more along the lines of, like, yeah, she is still a cosmic character. She ramps up, she hits really hard. That's, like, what they do as a baseline. They are generally really good at big orange and yellow numbers. And I think she fits that.
I mean, the thing is, though, and I just don't know enough about Black Bolt, guys. I don't. OG Highlands taking off. See you, man. Thanks for being here. Back to work. XLR8. Dude, she is. I'm really impressed. I am extremely impressed at what she's able to do. Metal Sonic Dude really dancing around this one. Hey, yeah, I
mean, I was being honest.
Yeah, you were. I was being honest too. Based on reading nothing I said wasn't accurate or true. I'm trying to figure out where I would rank Gamora right now.
Yeah, like, she's at least a persuasive premium just based on the damage.
Dude, I'm thinking like easy. Or maybe I'm getting carried away because I know that I was pretty negative on Spider-Man 2099 on Miguel having a slow off of his SP3, and then now in War I use it a lot.
Yeah.
But I do point out that he has a 25% increased combat power rate with Wither Up, and I'm often running him with anti-venom. So he's getting there 25% faster than Gamora would get there. But the slow off the SP3 that's refreshable like hers isn't scaring me like it once would have. It's not slow. I'm sorry. Yeah. True strikes.
I agree with you, because it's like, it turns out if you have a good kit,
yeah,
then like putting abilities on the special 3 isn't necessarily a huge downside.
And we're also better players than we were. Like 3 or 4 years ago, that would have been like, oh, thanks. I'm never going to get there against Nightcrawler. Now it's like, well, and we can parry him now more. Like, I think there's less debuff immune in the game. I don't know. You were going somewhere though. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think one of the early Special 3 effects that really kind of locked in that view was, like, Cable. Yeah. Because he has that fairly long passive True Strike on his Special 3. And you're like, cool, but I have to get to a Special 3 with Cable.
Yeah.
And, like, that's very different from getting to a Special 3 with Miguel.
And I'm getting the impression that that's very difficult from, very different than getting to a special 3 with Gamora.
It's feeling that way. I do like this lane. I think is testing her. Diallo brought up a good point about like the challenge rating and the blocked hits, and honestly, guys, Hitmonkey scares the living bananas out of me already.
He's a common nemesis.
Yeah, he really is. Like, for those who don't know, I did take Black Cat to rank 3 for science. Not that I think it'll be fun. But before I knew she was going to be in the rebalancing program, my intention was to, in that video, I'm going to do a rank worthy video on Black Cat. Should come out tomorrow. I hopefully have time to get it out. But I was going to go over, it's basically like a rank 3 worthy video, but just rank worthy because, 4, rank 2, whatever. And ultimately, I was going to say is, I think she's really fun. There are places she can be dominant, and it is great. But unless you're at a point where you need that in your account, or if you just want to rank her, but unless you need those very specific things, I think you're better off ranking all these other skill champions that we've got in the game that are awesome. A lot of are recent buffs, or someone like for Battlegrounds. And I was going to rank Hitmonkey. I was going to take Hitmonkey to rank 3. That was going to be the conclusion of the video. So
Gotcha.
That's how much I see him as just being troublesome. I mean, I still kind of know how to fight him, and he still causes these problems. Yes, MP Blaze for science. What's up, Judah? All right, so we've replaced this pre-fight, and let's see how much smoother this goes. I'm still going to try to get to the SP3. Hopefully he doesn't kill me beforehand. Or decide to work on his thighs. Even there, just you notice the difference in the my missed parries. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Not those missed parries, Kabam. That's not what we meant.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. I don't want to do that fight over because I want to get through this. So we're just going to revive her. Hold on just a second, everyone. I'll be right back. My daughter's off school for spring break, so yeah. All right, let's revive Gam here.
Hey, Sterl, how's it going? And he says, speaking of. Rude.
This is the problem with not knowing a champion's SP2 evade as well too. Like I think it's on full highlight right now.
Yeah, that's true. His isn't that bad, but you don't want to be wrong.
No, you really don't. Like I don't know, man. I feel like we got to that SP3 really fast.
Yeah, and you had a fair amount to play around, and you were throwing heavies, and yeah, it didn't seem that bad.
Why did I do that? That was so stupid. I knew it wasn't going to connect. Sorry, guys. I was trying to test something, and that wasn't a good idea.
You got a bit of the tiger bug.
Yeah.
You're finding the line.
Yeah. It's exactly what's going on. There's another evader we'll be able to test.
Hey, Ev.
What's up, man? Thanks for being here. It's Ev.
That's what I'm going with. Feel free to correct.
Well, no, because the V is lowercase. Otherwise, I would have thought EV.
Right. Hey, expected value. No, sorry.
Now you're just screwing with me. Let's not even go to that. Let's just see what happens if we SP2. Ooh, wow.
Appreciate that, Sterl. Ooh, nice true potential. Got a perfect X on Hood special too. That is not one I tend to attempt.
No, I always avoid that one.
Who do we think's going to be in the next featured 6-star crystal? I mean, there was a leak with a giant asterisk, but
Oh my god.
we
Hold on
really
a
don't
second.
know, Solar.
Because I want to talk about that too, but okay, it played well and not screwing around and trying to test heavies into heavies. You get to SP3, by the time you get back to your SP2, that monkey's dead. I mean, like, because those buffs are adding up.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating we didn't get that right for you guys. Maybe I'll try to go back and do it in a video. The next featured crystal. Yeah, you were saying just like we know who the featured champions are.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like a week ago, I was pretty excited for it. Now, maybe it's just because I want Hyperion so badly.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my my last crystal opening vid, but at the end I'm like, who am I kidding? I'm gonna keep opening more. I want Kitty.
Yeah.
Like I would love to stop, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. All right.
Like I am excited for the next one, but we'll have 90 to 100 days.
You know what else? As we're doing this and like talking and just doing the whole thing, one thing that I'm really liking is that her buffs don't all fall off at the same time. Like they keep
It's
their
not Civil Warrior.
Yeah, that's been a really big deal, and it's removed so much potential stress from me from feeling like I have to get in the heavy at certain points, which again just really helps with the flow as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I've been playing a little bit more Civil Warrior just in arena lately. Because nothing forces you to reckon with your entire roster like an arena grind. But like I don't think I ever lost to the heavies in an arena fight. But even in arena, there were several times where I found myself thinking, I was like, oh god, I'm about to lose them, and then he's going to go right back to Uber Noodle instead of kind of Noodle. And that's frustrating. Hey, Campo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Taking a little break. Doing a little
Feeling
arena
better?
myself. Yeah. Yeah, I've recovered.
Have this right? Okay, cool. So where you think it should be useful? Baiting specials, I'm not sure how much she'll be able to do versus Mystics with them. Yeah, I think with all these buffs, I think you might not be using her in war against Mystics, right? I think that could be a real problem.
Yeah,
Being
because like you can refresh the buffs, but god, the minute you miss a window, special
Yeah.
3.
But Peter, it was funny because I hadn't read what you had written, and I was just talking, realizing that the buffs don't just all fall off, which I guess, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why I thought that would be the case, but that they're falling off on their own cycle really removes a lot of the stress from having to land that heavy. It's like that fight versus Spider-Man. I don't know how it looked, but it felt so smooth. So smooth.
Yeah.
I think of them as
But
very...
yeah, I don't think I'd use her against Mystics, but there's more than just Mystics on the tactic, right? Like she could now be a really solid Mysterio counter.
I know Professor X doesn't scare everyone, but I don't enjoy fighting him and not having to think about the miss. And I think they're just adding miss more and more. So anywhere there is falter.
Yeah. Because Super Scroll's on the next tactic too, right?
Well, I honestly don't know. I also think, and we haven't gotten to see it, this is a rank 2. Look at how hard she's hitting early in fights. As fights wear on, she's going to hit harder and harder if you're able to keep the buffs up. And then think about a rank 3 with boosts.
Boosts are fun.
Blaze is saying yes to scroll. Stupid scroll.
Man, that's
Yeah,
great.
and-
2 in a row.
Yeah, thanks. That's right.
Right? Yeah.
They could just buff them instead if they wanted to. I'd be okay with that.
No, they're gonna wait until we all hate him.
Yeah. No one will play him now.
As long as the buff doesn't make him a worse defender, I'm down for it.
Right.
Like, and when he doesn't have falter, he has a 50% evade chance. Campo's not even in the mood to find that funny right now.
Oh, I was laughing. I think it was just under DL's laugh with the Discord canceling it out.
Discord hates us. At least the voice. I'm just trying to get through this fight, guys, because I want to fight that Professor X.
PWF is saying Ghost, Strife, Kitty, Surfer, Guillotine, Miles, Vulture, Mysterio, Invisible Woman, and Skrull. Just out of the non-mystics. That's potentially a good number of Gamora fights for sure. The other thing is that, what is it? The medium is her fury, right? Or is it the light?
Hold on. I'm
I'm looking it up. No, the lights are fury. Okay. So she would be a lot riskier to use on, like, Mixmaster. Not impossible, but risky.
What's up, Samuel? Does she need to be awakened? No. Well, it makes the Godslayer strikes 100%. And that's just at Sig 1. No, I don't think so.
Blaze, I agree.
I think if you're ranking her to user, I don't think you're overly concerned with whether she's awakened or not.
Yeah. I think you're very happy when you awaken her, because even Sig 1 halves the cooldown.
Yeah.
Like 100 to 50 is a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I agree. I don't think it's critical.
Okay, this is the fight I was most... And I already told you guys, Professor X scares me as it is. What I'm going to basically just do is try to get to 8 buffs, and then I'm just going to concentrate on just keeping them. And then see what happens from there.
And do not take this as me telling you to do the heavy counter, because it doesn't look great. But if you could land the heavy counter in spots, or just if you're really solid on your reparries, it's worth noting that this is...
Oh, that was it.
Cool.
Yeah. No, and dude, you know me, I don't care if we spend items testing stuff. Like, I couldn't care less.
But like that makes her a good potential counter to him, even on Mighty Charge, which is one place that some people really have trouble with him. Or sorry, I guess not reparries against Professor X, but yeah, if you can do the heavy counter, then you don't have to worry about the falter on Mighty Charge.
I'm honestly wondering if like I have the refractor off and don't realize it. But whatever. But look, that's the second time just this fight that sorry guys, I need to concentrate a little bit.
Hey Freeze, this is the Cosmic Cav EQ. Vega's just testing out newly ranked 2 Gamora there.
Yeah, there's something wrong with my touch, but whatever. We'll address that later. Okay, there was multiple input problems there. That was not Gamora's fault. That impressed the heck out of me.
Yeah, that works well.
Without those 2 issues, she destroys that fight. Twice, she easily had enough buffs without me even thinking too much on it to have her 8 buffs and just completely bypass the falter mechanic. What was that? What did we punish? We punished his heavy with the heavy? I know we punished something with the heavy.
Mm-hmm. And he's kind of slow, so I think that's what MP was getting at when he said practice hitting with the sword. Like, maybe you can do the Hyperion thing, and even if the kicks don't land, the sword still will.
Anywhere else you guys want to see her tested? And remember too that this EQ, this isn't like the skill one where it's like really buffing her abilities or her damage. You know what I kind of want to see is take this into Labyrinth Star-Lord.
Yeah, that's what Toffrey sent us a couple short clips of that.
Oh, really?
He was having a blast. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea. True potential thing. Yeah. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say maybe just place a white mags on it so you can bypass limber too and really test the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was the synergy with?
You know what I want to see, and this might require like a beta rank up, but I kind of want to see her take on Darkhawk. I think it's possible, like a solo. In Abyss, I should clarify.
Oh, Abyss.
Yeah.
I think this champion's well worthy of rank 3. I'm trying to figure out. I think it's the miss. I mean, the damage is clearly there. For me, it's the miss mechanic, and maybe that might be like my own personal bias coming out on how much I don't like having to think about miss. MSD's on the case for you, DLL.
You want a time frame on when you want to see that?
Nice.
Oh,
I should have kept it to myself. Just waited.
True Potential brings up a good idea. If anyone knows where there's like an enhanced ability versus robots, it could be cool just to kind of see it. I just kind of want to do this, see how high we can get this going, and then maybe we'll test a robot real quick.
I'm kind of feeling like, in terms of where she lies with other buffed champions, she's somewhere around like Hood and Nebula, which is like definite use, definite damage, but not, like Kingpin level of amazingness in terms of buff. But like, if that's the company that she's in, that's pretty good.
Right. It doesn't feel stupid or broken, but it's like, yeah, that'll do.
I do feel like there is potentially a window in her heavy, and so you're going to want to practice that.
For sure.
Oh, right
I
there.
really think that the Hyperion's the one I keep coming back to, but like having spent a lot of time figuring out where his windows are and who the first punch hits and who the last 4 hits is a really big part of playing him to a high level, and it feels true for her as well. But True Potential, I don't know that we've tested it recently, but I'm quite confident Nebula shuts down robots on enhanced abilities. Because if she shuts them down with 5, then that means at her max of 20, she has negative 400%. Or minus 400%, so negative 300.
Yeah, there's no text that says it caps at 100. So unless if they coded it that way and didn't write it in the description, it should be good.
Right.
Was that a 60K SP2? It was. Oh boy. This is a rank 2, guys.
Hey, Freeze.
These
I know
lights
you're
and
asking
mediums.
DLL, but definitely Diablo.
Yes.
Are you guys seeing these lights and mediums?
I am. It's pretty insane.
Bonkers. Yeah. Is her crit rate really high too? Because I feel like she's critting a lot for a rank 2.
I think it's always been at least decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's
there's
like
nothing like guaranteed.
it's like I think you're just using your specials for utility at this point.
And you have 3 armor breaks up?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh my goodness. All right. I mean, we're not going to kill him because I mean, Moxie, what's up, buddy?
K-Dog says, I feel like I'm in the wrong arena. That's funny.
Meta, after Star-Lord's SP1, I think you can light and heavy and have time for a refresh. Yeah, man. I mean, you're probably right. You obviously know the game exceptionally well. And that's kind of goes to what I was saying there, though, is I think you practice that heavy. There was a couple times where I tried to heavy punish Star-Lord and I missed, but his recovery was so slow, the second part of her heavy hit. So I think there's better ways to do that for sure. Campo, you were saying you think like this is similar to maybe like a Nebula or a Hood, so that would put her in like super premium?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just feel like they, like, A, she could get assigned in war, B, casual questing, I think she's going to be an awesome option, and then, like, relevant utility. I mean, that's kind of about where the other, because they were pretty simple buffs.
Yeah.
But they just, like, totally made the character relevant.
Yeah. The other thing is that I tend to talk about team building more than some do, but like the one synergy I always check with every single Cosmic, except Null because he's weird. But like everyone else when they're released or buffed is how does this work with the Captain America synergy that extends all buffs? And that always means I'm putting my dinky little Sig 200 5-star Thor on the team because he was the best champion to activate it. And I think that crown has definitively passed to Gamora, which means that I have a real reason to bring her a lot.
Yeah, I didn't even think about. So let's go ahead. That's on Cap's side of the synergy, right?
Mm-hmm. Like it's really good for Cersei. It's really good for. I mean, it's even good for Hercules. It's good for Cosmics.
So Hercules is the one that I keep coming back to. Like, guys, I think it's Jay Fizzle. Thank you so much, man. I feel bad because we're going to be signing off in a few minutes, but as you know, we will keep this up, and it will be on for the next.
Not on for nothing then.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, MP.
What's up, MP? Now let's talk. I mean, we've got like 4 of the 6 people on the rankings team here. And chat, please chime in because we're putting out the next rankings here to be on Saturday or Sunday.
And we do take bribes.
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell me you do that. I think it's super premium for sure. I don't want to get carried away because those numbers can get carried away. I mean, were we seeing 30,000 mediums? There.
The last time I looked up, they were at least 25.
I missed it.
It was against. I hope everyone can hear Blaze. He is a little on the lighter side on my.
Oh, I am.
Just on my chat. Let me see though, because I might not have you turned up.
I can't hear you very well, but I can hear DLL and Campo pretty well.
Well, if you're only going to hear
I
two
always
voices,
have Vega at 200% volume.
those are the good voices to hear.
All of you guys at max for me.
Mm.
So Meta, you're kind of addressing what my quote unquote concern with her is like, where are you using her instead of CGR or Hercules? But when we do the rankings, it's something we talked about at length when we first started getting going with them. Is we're like, not everyone has these champions. Like it's about rank up advice, right? And so if someone's pulled Gamora, and she's been in the game for a long time, I don't know if she's always been a 5 or 6 star, but if they pull her, is she worthy of ranking? Like where does she go in there where someone can rank her, use resources on her, and then maybe not regret it should they pull a Herc or a Cosmic Ghost Rider? Also, I mean, Herc can refresh his vigilance. It's not vigilance, but true sense.
True
Sense.
Sense.
That's not a hard one for him. It's off his SP1. He does plenty of damage. But she has a true strike.
Right. She has both, effectively.
Yeah. And that's just on her kit. Like, that's not She doesn't need a synergy for that. Like, she actually has more in regard to anti-miss, anti-auto block, anti-evade. She has both Herc and Cosmic Ghost Rider beat as far as like having all of it. Right?
CGR is also top shelf right now, right?
Yeah, and that's true too. Like they're both,
and Hercules is 12.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, CGR, Null, Hyperion, and Captain Marvel, I think.
Yeah. I think she's definitely within one of him, even if he's better.
What about Odin? That's the one we're on, like, and trust me, I think Odin's awesome. But on like the low end, that's where I'm comparing her to. It's like, does she deserve to be above him? They're different enough, or does it matter?
I think they're different enough that it doesn't matter. I wouldn't put her above him yet.
Yeah.
Because he's just so solid. There's so much more maintenance involved in her. It's doable, but like...
And he's tanky. Like, her block... I don't know, I have to look it up, but her block proficiency did not feel amazing.
Whereas Odin has like 6,000 armor.
Yeah, Odin's just like, did you hit me? What was that, a sneeze? Blaze, what are you thinking, buddy?
I'm still trying to figure out volume so that you guys are all on the same level for me. But I agree with the Odin comment. I feel like they'd be on the same level if they had to have the same upkeep, but she's a little more high maintenance.
Yeah. If anyone couldn't hear it, he's just saying that she does seem a little more high maintenance, but they appear to maybe be on the same level.
Yeah, like the outputs are very similar.
You know, I'm probably going to go back and do that lane off stream, get a video out on her at some point. Maybe one of the other guys here will get one out too. Because I like to admit these things, my own biases. And Miss is starting to become the new Evade for me. Evade used to scare me so much in this game. I feel like Miss is kind of becoming that now. And I don't want to overstate how nice her anti-miss mechanic is, but it felt easy to get to 8 buffs with her, and she just can't miss with 8 buffs. This feels like those early Professor X videos I did, where it's like he just shuts down Evade. You don't have to do anything; it just happens. With her, you have to get to the 8 buffs. But there aren't any champions of the game, I don't think, anyways, and there's no nodes like this, right? Where they just have a chance to miss. That you always kind of know it's coming. There's a build up to it. You have a window to build up your counter. And so
there's usually something like that.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like Guillotine 2099 or something, where it's like you're hitting her and she'll just go.
Oh, that's actually a great point.
That's
I would
true.
love to fight Guillotine 99, throw a heavy at the start of the fight, and then not worry about when it comes back.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That does sound really... Like, how nice does that sound, though?
And
K-Dog,
thinking of, you got a deal. You got it.
I was just saying, K-Dog said, like, she can work for some misfights where CGR doesn't, and that's making me think, like, for anybody who has used CGR specifically for his vigilance, it's there. You can, like, use his rotation specifically for a long vigilance, but it requires you to play in a very specific way that's not the way you play him in other fights, and there's still often some downtime. I think the fact that once she's there, she's just there, pretty much, as long as you can throw heavies, is really nice. What were you saying, Cambo?
Actually, I was about to make almost that same point. I was going to also bring up Surfer too. Like, not that a lot of people use Surfer, but I actually enjoy Surfer, and his vigilance is really annoying because I don't usually throw special ones too often. So a lot of the earlier vigilance cosmic champions, you have to do something different to get it, but with her, you're doing the same thing as ramping her damage to get it. It's just there.
Dude, that's such a great point. That's it. I couldn't figure out why, because I could be like, her flow is so good, whatever. I mean, that's exactly it. Like, you're just playing her, and it happens.
Yeah, she doesn't have the Mysterio problem where you're like, how do I want to approach this fight? It's like, I'm going to approach pretty much no matter what I need from Gamora. Unless, like, Armor Break or True Strike is really important. That's, like, the only choice you need to make at the start. Is, like, which special is most important. And then you're going to play her the same way regardless, pretty much.
Jay Fizzle, we did not test that exact team. All of those, except for Odin. Odin did not come in. But we had tested, basically that was a synergy team we did, especially because my Gamora was rank 1 in the beginning of the stream, and then I took her to rank 2. I will try to get a video out on this, and I will I'll bring along that exact team. I'll rerun this path. I think I can run that team. I needed Silver Centurion for the path, so I might not be able to do it, but we'll do something. And for anyone who's like, basically what you just heard, that's what we do on the rankings channel, except we do it over type, so it takes a lot longer, and we do it for quite a few champions, but that was basically it. I think I got to sign off. I'm seeing the time. I got a youngster to hang out with, and she's on spring break, and she's not old enough to, see herself around town, so I think we'll go to lunch or something like that.
Spring break, woo!
I'm basically on a late spring break.
Jeez, are any of you guys streaming soon or in a few seconds or anything?
Probably not in a few seconds, but I'm sure I will later.
Okay. Campo, Blaze, anything you guys got coming out soon?
Just continuing those champion gameplays for the featured stuff.
Right on.
So Sauron should come out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
I really enjoyed the Cap Sam one, or Captain Falcon, I think you said you like calling him.
Yeah, and I forgot his heavy benefit, that bulwark buff.
Yeah.
I believe I forgot to put that in.
There's so much utility in there. I could see it'd be really easy to not mention. I did notice that, but there's literally so much utility. You covered like 95% of it, so it was awesome.
I mean, it ties in well with the city, so I kind of wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. And what about you, Campo?
Well, I mean, I can't believe it, but war season's about to start, so there's definitely going to be some focus on that, and then, eventually the embargo for the next champion might be up at some point, so might be leaning into that a little bit as well.
Very true. All right, that's going to be it for today, guys. As you can see, I'm pretty high on this buff from Gamora. I'll get a full video out at some point, and then we'll do in the rankings, and maybe one of these guys will get out a video on her as well. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, for pitching in your ideas. I don't know if I said hi to Jay-Will. Jay-Will, hello. Probably already took off. But thank you, everyone, for being here. Jay Fizzle, thank you so much for the donation. Like I said, we'll leave that up for the next stream because we signed off so quickly after this one. And thank you, DLL, Campo, and Blaze, everyone, for being on. And then let's just go Campo, DLL, Blaze. Anything you guys want to add?
I'm good. No, have a great day, everybody.
That's it. You guys, see you around.
Yeah, I'll catch y'all later on. Just glad you did this because I hadn't actually seen too much with her yet, and really looks like this is pretty much what a buff should be.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, and check out B McGee's video too. It's linked in the description, and that is already out. It's quite good. Thank you, everyone. Take care.